Disasters like drought, floods, cyclones, landslides, and earthquakes frequently affect the sub-Saharan Africa region. Losses from disasters are only expected to rise with the impact of climate change across the region. These disasters are a major threat to development, putting recent economic gains at risk. In general, countries across the world and in Africa have limited resources to invest in disaster risk reduction and to fund recovery efforts. Governments must therefore often rely on external aid and budget reallocation for disaster recovery. It has therefore become crucial to support governments to manage the financial impacts of disasters. The Africa Disaster Risk Financing, or ADRF initiative, was launched in 2015 to develop financial protection against natural hazards in sub-Saharan Africa. The ADRF initiative builds understanding and awareness of disaster and climate risks, assists governments to prioritize financing disaster response and identifying the appropriate financial instruments, tools, and strategies, and fosters knowledge sharing to advance the topic of disaster risk financing in the region. To build understanding and awareness, the ADRF initiative gathered and developed multi-hazard risk information in several countries. This information is used to conduct informed dialogue with governments on disaster risk financing. It helps to understand the damage and losses following recent disaster events in Africa and in shaping the broader disaster risk management agenda. The ADRF initiative is supporting sub-Saharan African countries to agree on policy priorities and develop financial protection instruments, tools, and strategies to suit the local context. ADRF activities support the strengthening of institutional, technical, and financial capacity to manage the impact of natural hazards and fiscal resilience. This has led to concrete results, with countries adopting new disaster risk financing policies, shifting budget allocations, and improving their own disaster-related fiscal capacity. With ADRF's technical assistance, the World Bank approved a $200 million contingent line of credit to Kenya, which also approved a national DRF strategy, the first implemented in sub-Saharan Africa. The ADRF initiative supports countries in establishing shock-responsive safety nets, which rapidly deliver emergency assistance to vulnerable households following a disaster in Uganda, Kenya, and Niger, and also support agriculture insurance programs, which unlock critical access to credit for low-income farmers in Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda, and Zambia. Overall, the ADRF initiative supports technical work and the preparation of multiple projects in over 20 sub-Saharan African countries. Over 60 knowledge exchanges and trainings have been organized, designed to gather and disseminate lessons learned and build the capacity of governments. Through a regional knowledge-sharing activity called Open Cities Africa, the ADRF initiative is scaling up the use of innovative, open, and dynamic data collection and mapping. The objective is to build local skills and networks to support urban growth and to create an enabling environment for risk financing. It takes time to achieve effective policy and institutional changes and sound financial protection policies, but the ADRF initiative has supported countries in making huge leaps in developing disaster risk financing strategies and in working towards a resilient future for the countries of sub-Saharan Africa.